For the good of all Cree.
For the good of all Cree.
Yes, that's kind of our mantra now.
It's our thing, isn't it?
It's
I feel like we should be all painted blue and start
I'm sorry. Welcome in, everybody, to another Disney movie review. We are back and better than ever. I'm Walt from Mouse Talk. I think most of you in here know who I am. This guy to my right, I think I got food on my shirt.
I've got Mickey on my shirt, so
I got the 4 Parks on mine. There you go.
So do I.
Yes. Oh yeah, you do. Yes, there it
do.
is, right up there. See, I looked right past it. I was just looking at Mickey. Oh, it's very similar to mine. Look.
Yeah.
We're like matching. Anyway.
I'm not going to show anymore because people don't want to see the rest of it.
This guy over here is Disney Dan, one of our partner channels, and we are back again with another episode, season 2 of Disney Movie Review. Welcome in, everybody. We're glad you are here. What's up, buddy? How are you? How are things?
I'm doing so good. I feel like I'm in that goofy kind of mood already, so it kind of plays well for us. So, yeah, I'm excited. See, I can't make that sound because I know right next behind this wall,
somebody will get in trouble.
Right? Yeah, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to be on the couch, which is over there.
It's early here. I can do that anyway.
Yeah.
But welcome in, everybody. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping real fast so we can get this started. We are reviewing a Goofy movie, and it's going to be, we're going to have fun with this one. But before we get started, let's just do a little bit of mousekeeping. Of course, Dean over at The Live Place. Check him out, theliveplace.com. Family-friendly streams throughout the week, Monday through Sunday. He's your TV guide of the live streams. Check out Dean. He's fantastic. It's Disney and other stuff, too. It's not all Disney, but it is all family-friendly for sure. We have 2 partner channels. We have Steve's World, who goes live on Mondays with Just Another Monday Night. And this guy right over here, Dan the Man, as I call him, or Daniel.
Daniel.
I think I'm the only person that calls him that.
Well, apart from my parents, if I'm in trouble.
Well, I'm probably about as old as your parents, so there you go. Anyway, that's why I call him Daniel. It's okay, Dan. It's all right. Getting older is a privilege. Trust me. It's a blessing.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, this guy goes live most Saturdays with Disney Fiasco. And, of course, he's right here on Sundays with us for Disney Movie Review. Dan is a former cast member, folks. He is a big Disney fan. Says so in his name, Disney Dan. So be sure to check out his channel. He's got a lot of fun videos, very creative stuff over there. Be sure to check him out. You're over 2,000, right? Getting close to
I'm over 2,100 something subscribers. If I wasn't in love with Disney, I'd just be called like Ordinary Dan. And no one wants to be, I don't know.
But he's Disney Dan. Who doesn't love that? Yeah. So check out Dan. I want to say thank you to all of our members. We've had a few members that have rejoined up, and we appreciate that very, very much. All of you, existing members, new members, you go above and beyond. So we're very honored and grateful for that. Thank you so much for that. And, of course, there are our mods who are in the chat as well for keeping everything family friendly. So let's say hi to everybody in the chat because we got a few people in here.
We got a load of people.
One of our members is here. What's up, Timothy? Good to see you, buddy. Gene is here. Keith BDF is here. Sandy Norris is here. Melissa Mousetalk is here. Yay. Brian's West Coast Disney Adventures, another member. What's up, Brian? Nick is in the house. What's up, Nick? Jack Sandy Claus. Logan is here. New is here. Polano is new. We're able to call them new. Good to have you here. Thanks for being here. WDW Max is here. What's up, Max?
Hey, Max.
Good to see you. Eden Current is here. G. Wilson, 42, while you're away, Sydney. What's up, G. Wilson? How are you? Good to see you. Max says, can't stay, but love the Goofy movie. What's funny is my name is Max, and I'm one heck of a Goofy.
Love it.
Funny. Awesome, Max. Thanks, buddy. Jason Thibodeau, welcome in. Charles Weiss, another member, is here. Addiction Mouse, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Super Disney family, Nick Shane and the gang, another one of our members. I got to say this.
I saw their picture on Instagram.
I got to spend some time with them last week because Melissa was out of town. What a wonderful family. So very generous, so very
awesome.
Thoughtful, awesome, wonderful people. We're honored and blessed to know them and call them friends. They're amazing people. I'm glad to see them in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Did I miss you? I haven't joined you in a while. Well, Max, I'm glad you're here, buddy. Thank you. Paul Engel's in the house, another one of our members. Good to see you. Charles Weiss, another one of our members. What's up, Charles? Good to see you. Jonathan Vo, welcome in. Do you like Bill Farmer because he's the voice of Goofy? I think he does a good job. We'll talk about that. Jonathan Vo. Let's see who else is here. Eric Lee, welcome in. Edward Micah, if I said that right. I think I said it right. I probably didn't. Eric Lee is here. Abnormal the Clown, welcome back. He says the last Disney movie I watched in a theater was the animated film The Fox and the Hound.
Nice.
I've been scarred ever since.
Well,
when you're the best of friends. Never mind.
that should be our theme song.
Yes. Ashley loves Disney. Welcome in. Eric Lee, welcome in. During movie reviews together. That's all I could think of. Anyway, I'm all over the place. Sorry, gang. It's a goofy kind of night. Candy Tink is here, another one of our members. Good to see you. Victor is here. Victor, good to see you, buddy. Hey. Victor Falls. Alex Prince is here. Molly Loves Claus is here. Paula Rainwater is another one of our members is here. Michelle the Quilter. Is here. Good to see you. Catherine Wilby is here.
Hey, Catherine.
And we got a brand new member. Firefly and Mouse just became a Marc Hopper member. Thank you very much, Firefly and Mouse. That's amazing. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes, please. Welcome for sure. Everybody say thank you to Firefly and Mouse. And Firefly and Mouse, just real fast, since you are a new member, if you'd like to send us your name and address to askmousetalk@gmail.com, we'd love to get you out a button and a postcard. Obviously, your address and name, we do keep proprietary and private. We take that very seriously. You don't have to, but we'd love to send it out to you.
They said their name is Pixar Shark.
Oh, is that who that is? Okay. All right. I know who it is then. Okay. Noah, welcome in. Also, hey, Noah. Good to see you, Noah. Alex Kennett, welcome in. Good to see you, Alex. Firefly. It's me, Pixar Shark. I'm switching my name. Okay, I got you. Thank you. Now I know who you are. Dan, we're up to date. I think we got everybody.
I think we are up to date.
Max is my favorite underrated Disney character, so I've always loved this movie, says Addiction Mouse. Amen to that. Well, you know what? Let's kind of get into this because I'm going to turn that off, put that on for now, and let's get into this. So, a Goofy movie, 1995, and you were saying something about your birth date?
Yeah, it was only a year after I was born. Not to make anyone feel old or anything.
Exactly. Bruce Marc Talkman. So Dan was born.
It's 25
Dan was 1
years
when
old.
This movie came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was 25 when this movie came out. I already had in 1995. That's when that's when I got married, actually. I got married in 95. Right?
Walt was already married. He was, just starting out his life as a young adult, and I was merely a fetus.
Oh my gosh. 1995 for this movie. We got a lot to talk about for this. Courtney says, hello, Walt and Dan. Wish me luck. I'm currently applying for the Disney Dreamers Academy. Hope I get in because it will get my foot in the door at Animal Kingdom, and I'll learn more about my field. Courtney, that's awesome. Amazing. Welcome in, by the way.
Can I just say a big thing about Courtney? The last time that we did a review on an animated film was with Courtney Rainwaters at the Tinkerbell movie, which was months ago. We haven't done reviewed an animated film since we had Courtney on the show. So it's been quite a while. By the way, if you see me glaze towards here, this is my computer's like here and the webcam is here. So I'm like,
that's all right. We got it. George Priestley, welcome in. Good to see you as well. Look, Timothy says he was 31 in 1995.
Oh my God.
I don't feel so bad now.
So I can work out how old Timothy is compared to me. So I'm not going to say Timothy because, I respect you as a person and I love you, brother. But
he is awesome. Timothy's so fun. All the Rainwaters, I've met them. They're fantastic.
Hashtag the Rainwaters.
Yes. I can't. Is that it? I don't know.
There you go. We haven't even started the movie yet.
Either. Melissa can do the stock thing. Well, there it is. I guess that's it. There you go. Hey, I did it. Well, kind of. I don't know.
For the good of all Vulcans.
I'll just stick to this one. Oh my gosh. All right. So 1995, a Goofy movie. This is his first big feature film for the big guy here. You know, Mickey's got
for the
his
goof,
movies.
yeah.
Donald's. I guess
Here
you
and
know
there.
what? If you really think about it, before we get into this, Donald really hasn't had a feature film, has he?
Yeah, but who would want an hour and a half film of just?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. And I think Firefly and Mouse says it right. This movie is the 90s. Everything good and bad and whatever about it. Well, let's get into this. So Goofy.
Just say the cast of this movie. Let me just read out the cast, right? You got Bill Farmer as Goofy, right? You got Jason Marsden as Max, the legendary Jim Cummings as Pete or Pegleg Pete, Kelly Martin as Roxanne, Rob Paulson as PJ Pete, Wallace Shawn as Principal, Mazer, yeah, and then just a few other sorts of other characters and names in there, but it's quite a 90s cast there. It is quite the 90s cast.
It is, for sure. Absolutely. I agree.
Pat Carroll's in there.
Yeah.
Cheryl Bernstein. Yeah, lots of great cast there.
Amen. Mr. Fulton Moraz, welcome in. He says, what's my favorite Halloween candy?
Pickles.
I don't know. I like candy corn, but I like the pumpkin candy corns. Probably that's my favorite Halloween candy for me. I don't know. I'm not big on Halloween. Courtney, good luck. I hope it goes well. She says it's going to be a 4-day trip to Walt Disney World to talk to people in multiple careers, and I get to see the backstage area and everything. That's awesome, by the way. Good for you.
Kelly.
Kelly, welcome in. The Mickey Bunch is here. Victor, I have not tried the new popcorn yet at Magic Kingdom. We will, though. Kelly, the Mickey Bunch is in the house, and I think we're still up to date. All right, so let's talk about this Leaning Tower of Cheese.
The Leaning Tower of Cheese.
Dude, this has got Pauly Shore in it. Hey, buddy.
Oh, man.
Pauly Shore. Encino Man. If you've ever seen Encino Man, you know who I'm talking about. There you go. There's one of our movie references. There's a
there you go.
All right, let's get into this, Daniel. So a Goofy movie, we get introduced for the first time, if I'm not mistaken, Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, to Goofy's son. Goofy's got a son.
Yep.
His name's Max.
Max.
He's got a son named Max, who before this, as far as I know, wasn't even somebody we knew about. But Goofy, I guess, at some point was married and had a child, and his name is Max.
God bless her.
Yeah. Sherry Surfer.
She must have been quite the woman to put up with his shenanigans.
Oh my gosh, I know, right? But that's the one thing I'll say about this. We never really talk about the mom. What happened to the mom? You know?
But I think I know why, though.
You think so?
Because otherwise it'll be the Fab 93 or whatever it is. How many Fab members there are? It'll be Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Chip, Dale, Pluto's girlfriend, Goofy's girlfriend.
Well, here's the Fab Five, and of course the Sensational Six. I would just call it the Sensational Seven if you added his wife.
The Sensational Seven is already a thing because they have Chip and Dale in there.
I guess. I don't know. I don't include them.
And then
Sandra Branovich,
Oswald's like the long lost cousin.
Well, let's add Huey, Dewey, and Louie and the rest of them. Anyway, let's get into this movie.
Let's add, I don't know, Stitch. Well, no, let's just move on.
So, Super Disney Family is saying that he was introduced via Goof Troop cartoons. But was Goof Troop before this movie?
I think Goof Troop was after.
Okay, I don't know, because my boys weren't really into, like, they loved the Goofy movie, but they weren't really into, like, Goof Troop and stuff like that.
It was all around that time, though. That's when, it was that sort of 90s when Goofy's son, Max, was introduced. Okay, all right, great.
So we basically start the movie with, Max is in school. He's your typical
loser,
nerd kid in school. I hate to use those words in today's world.
Yeah.
Gosh, we're going to get in trouble for it. But you know what I mean, the unpopular kid, we'll say that. And he's in school, and of course, he's got this one girl, Roxanne, who he's madly in love with.
By the way, I was thinking of the song Roxanne the whole time.
Oh, really?
Roxanne.
Isn't that the Police?
Yeah.
Yeah. Goof Troop, 1992. Okay, so there you go. So he was introduced beforehand. I didn't know that. There you go. But so he's in school, basically. What's funny about this the first two songs, they have the song about school. It's the last day of school. I'm going to be somebody after the last day of school or something. I don't remember how the song goes. Folks, this is 1995. There's a lot of stereotypes in this movie. I mean, they have everybody, the cheerleaders,
the jocks,
the goth kids, the bullies, the nerds, the this, the that. They hit all stereotypes.
It was like a Disney version of The Breakfast Club. There you go, another reference.
But if they were to make this movie today, none of that happens.
Well, it would be, but just on a completely different scale. It'll have every single stereotype under the sun because everyone would want to be featured.
I get not the way they perceive them in this film. Though.
No.
You know, that's what I'm talking about. It's something else. But basically, the movie is he's there. John Surfbum, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. He's trying to impress this girl Roxanne, right, Dan? So, what he's in school for the last day of school too. And what's his plan? What are they going to do?
So there's this big superstar. There's like this, big rock star that everyone loves. It's like the trend of the day. His name is Powerline, and he's an incredible song artist. And all the kids and all the pupils just want to, rock out to Powerline. So what Max does is he gets his buddies, PJ Pete, who's Pete's son. And this guy, what's his name again?
Who?
The cool guy? Character? The cool...
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I want to say hi to Upper Hypersonic, and his character's name is, I'm looking it up. Oh, my gosh, I can't find
Lester?
I think it is Lester, yes.
And it's Lester. They come together, they're like, we're going to come up with a plan. And what happens is, during, like, this assembly with, like, all the pupils in, like, this big hall, they hijack the assembly and they get rid of the principal, and Max dresses up as Powerline.
Bobby.
That's
sorry,
it.
Not Lester. Lester's his friend. I'm sorry.
And they hijack the assembly, and he dresses up as Powerline, and he does sort of like mimics Powerline's moves and dance moves, and he's like really flirty up to Roxanne. He doesn't give away his identity. Everyone's like, who's this guy? And Max is like just playing it really cool. And then he gets caught and he's in a lot of trouble.
Yes, exactly. Welcome in, David Stevens. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. David's also a mod for us. Thank you, David, again. So yeah, Dan's right. So he kind of hijacks the principal's and last of the year speech. The principal, by the way, is played by Wallace Shawn, who is the voice of Rex in Toy Story. He's also the voice of Vizzini in The Princess Bride. I was just waiting for him to say inconceivable.
Which cup do you choose? And he was also one of the teachers in The Incredibles as well.
Yes, exactly.
There's been
he's all over the place.
Movies. Yeah, he's been in a few movies.
Shara, welcome in, Shara. Good to see you. So the principal, Max, Goofy loves his son, thinks his son does no wrong, thinks he's fantastic, got this wonderful, he loves life. And of course, Max is like any other teenager in high school, doesn't want anything to do with his parents. He wants to live his own life and do his own thing. So he gets in trouble at school, and the principal calls Goofy. And of course, they're always over the top with this stuff. Go ahead, Dan.
Can we just say, before we even get called into the principal office, we get the iconic cheese whiz scene. So Bobby is like chilling out. This guy with like a mohawk, right? He's like the tech kid in school who just doesn't care. He's like got those baggy jeans, and he just gets out a bottle of cheese whiz, which is like the saving grace of life, according to him. It's like the Holy Grail to him. And he pours it into his hand. He goes, "The Leaning Tower of Cheeser," and he smacks it into his face. It's great.
Cheddar!
And then he gets sent in. He was like, "Principal Maxa," and he's just like, "How you doing?" And then basically what happens is Max is like really like he's just really just upset with everything. He thinks he's blown it with Roxanne, and Roxanne and her friend like are like, hey, you need to go talk to him. Like, you need to go cheer him up. And they're just like, all right, let's just do it. And then he manages to get a date out of her, which is also he's so happy. And then he starts dancing with the the PA of the principal.
I know. Rob Fuzz, welcome in.
Rob.
Good to see you, my man. Hope you're doing well. Also want to say hi to somebody else just came in. Wendy Lou.
Hey, Wendy.
Good to see you. Welcome in, my dude. Dudette, I guess.
Dudette.
Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
We got 41 people in here.
That's amazing. Thank you
so
all.
Good. Welcome in, everyone.
Stardio Studios, welcome in, Steve. Good to see you. They've been laughing since I can remember. Yes, for sure. Emily Nguyen, welcome in. Emily, good to see you. I think this is your first time. Everybody say hi to Emily.
Welcome in.
Hi, Emily. Welcome in. Good to have you here. So Dan's right. So afterwards, the principal calls Goofy and says, look, your son, he's in this gang. They've ruined the last day of school. Your son, if you don't get him straight, he's going to end up in jail.
He's going to get the electric. He's going to get the electric chair.
Yeah, that's what it was. He goes, your son's going to get the electric chair. And Goofy, of course, is like.
That's a great impersonation, by the way.
Yeah. When he does, that's what he says. And Goofy's like, of course, he's like, oh my gosh, Max, he's in a gang. He's going to get the electric chair. And of course, he's at work and he works with Pete. And Pete's the bad guy. He always is the bad guy. And of course, he doesn't have a very good relationship with his son. He bosses his son around. He makes him do everything. He's not the best dad to his son. No. So, of course, he gets in Goofy's ear is like, oh, you better get your son under your thumb and make him do what he's supposed to do, or else he's going to end up in the electric chair, just like they said. I've seen it before. Of course, Goofy believes him, and he's like, no. At first, he's like, no. I know what he needs. He needs a vacation. So he decides he's going to take him on vacation. Out of nowhere, right?
Because every, kid just wants, after just getting a date with the girl of his dreams, everything that a teenage boy wants to do is go away.
Right. With just his dad.
With his dad going fishing.
Right. And Rod, that's a good point. The beauty of Goofy is he just stays true to himself and loves his family and friends. No pretense, just real. I agree.
No.
I agree. Jonathan, Craig's Robotics, welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Always good to have the gang from Craig's Robotics here. Thanks, guys. So Goofy, now remember, Max has got this date with Roxanne in the weekend. And Goofy all of a sudden says, Max, we're going on a trip. That day, they're leaving that day. And he doesn't want to go. He wants to go on his date with Roxanne, but Goofy's not having it. He's like, we're going.
Yep.
So he stops. He asks his dad, look, can I make one stop before we go? Because he's got to go break the date he literally just got. He's got to go break the date. He doesn't have a choice. And he walks up to Roxanne's house.
And her dad comes out.
And this giant bulldog that's like 10 times the size of anybody. And he's there, and basically it's just so funny because Roxanne comes out, Dad, go inside. And he's like, oh, he's a lot nicer once you get to know him.
Yeah.
But Max has to break the date, Dan. What does he do when he tries to break the date?
So he obviously doesn't want to lose Roxanne because she said, oh, yeah, I might as well just go with someone else. And he's like, oh, no. Like, I really want to go with you, but there's a problem. My dad, Goofy, knows Powerline. Which obviously is a lie, and then
we're supposed to go up on stage.
And we're going to go to LA. Yeah. We're going to be in the final number. We're going to be dancing stage. You got to watch us on TV. He's just making it all up so he doesn't lose Roxanne when they go to the party. So that's pretty much what.
So you know how it goes. You got to find any way you can to keep the girl. So he says this massive lie, and she believes him, of course. And she's like, okay, great. I'll be watching. Then I won't go. I won't go to the party.
See you on TV.
I'll see you on TV. And he's like, great.
Yeah, I'm a doofus.
Now he's got to figure out wherever him and his dad are going. They're not going to LA.
They're going to Utah. Is it Utah?
But he realizes that's on the way to LA. They're heading west.
Can I just point out, now we're at this point, what I've really enjoyed about this movie is that there's been so many hidden details. So right at the start of the movie, when Max woke up, he had a telephone with Mickey Mouse on it. The car keys had the Disney D logo on it. In the car when they just started their journey, while Goofy's trying to cheer up Max, Goofy goes, I'm thinking of a celebrity. It's 20 questions, and Max goes, Walt Disney. Oh, darn it!
You got it.
You got it. Then even on the number on the open road,
it's called On the Open Road.
We just see Mickey and Donald like breaking down.
We get a cameo of Mickey and Donald on the side of the road. Trying to get around. It's fantastic. But all the stereotypes on the open road, whether it be the nuns or the
cheerleaders.
Oh my gosh, it's just so funny. It's a great line. It's just fantastic. Oh, and you get the cameo of Mickey and Donald. I loved it. I thought.
Did you know there was 2 cameos of Mickey in this movie?
Where was the other one?
And that's not the telephone. It's at the concert. He's in the concert. He's like, yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
I didn't see him.
Yeah. It was quite hard to find, actually.
Oh, Philly. Yes, exactly. Donald Duck. Country gals heading to Tennessee. Did the nuns have banjo? No, I don't remember. It was just a different character, like the guy in the hearse. The body wakes up. The other guy going to jail. Oh my gosh, it was just so funny. But anyway, so after the On the Open Road, they're making different stops. It's kind of a road trip across the country. They try to go fishing. We got to get into the fishing thing.
Well, we need to go to the possum thing first.
Was possum first before the fishing?
Possum was first.
All right, so yeah, they went to the possum park. I'll let you go.
So they end up at this they end up at this rundown.
Thanks, Nicole.
Possum almost. I don't know, like I can't even describe it. It's like a celebration of all things possum. Like there's a guy dressed up in a giant possum that Max beats up.
It's like I'll give you an example. I don't mean to cut you off, Dan. Peppa Pig is having a new theme park coming to the Orlando area. You guys know that, right? Peppa Pig is getting its own theme park. There's a giant sign on I-4. You can't miss it. So kind of think Peppa Pig 30 years down the road, run down.
Shows how much confidence you have in Peppa Pig.
Hey, Jacob, welcome in.
So they go into like this little theater, and all I can say is it was pretty much way to mock the Country Bear Jamboree. Like it was banjos, it was set in like the Wild West. Like there was even some like chords, like some of the music, which even sounded like the last number of the Country Bear Jamboree. And they got all the animatronics like breaking down, and it was just hilarious. It's so funny.
Oh god! And the people, like the little girl when she looked over at the teeth. Talk about stereotyping. Oh my god! I'm like, they did that.
I'll tell you what,
do that today.
The film was not shy on the stereotyping.
No, not at all.
It
was hilarious. Look, we have to be able to laugh at ourselves.
Yeah.
More than anything else with a lot of things.
I mean, look at me.
And I find, trust me, I could see myself in a lot of that, and it's like, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
A lot of it's just hilarious.
Hey, Drake Houston.
Hey, Kyle, welcome in. Kyle, welcome in. Anthony, welcome in. Andrea Houston. Hey, Dre, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for dropping in. Yes, Goofy. We love Goofy. So they're at the Possum Park. And they're there. And Max is not having a good time whatsoever.
Well, why would he?
He kind of, right, exactly. But Goofy's loving it. He's having the time of his life. And Max kind of lets him know. He's like, I want to get out of here. I'm not having fun. Throws away his possum hat that his dad got him. And, of course, Goofy's dejected. He's kind of sad. But they leave, and they move on to the next thing. Favorite part of the whole movie. So Max is still upset, but they're there now, and they're camping, and they're going to try to fish. So Goofy's going to teach him how to do the perfect cast. Fishing. And this is Goofy we're talking about. So whenever he tries to do anything, there's always disaster in the air. So he's there, and he's showing him, you got to do this, you got to do that. Then you rear back, and you let it go. Well, when he rears back, Pete, by the way, has now showed up with him and his son. He's got this giant RV that's got state-of-the-art, first-class everything. And, of course, Goofy and Max are in this little tent. So there's a little jealousy there for Max. But Pete's over cooking some steaks, and when Goofy throws his cast, he hooks one of the steaks and throws it, and it goes into the woods. And who finds the steak in the woods?
You'd never guess. You would never guess if you've never seen this film before. You think, oh yeah, like a tiger or like a bear.
Yeah.
No, it's not a bear. It's Bigfoot. Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. So Goofy, of course, thinks he's got a catch. So Bigfoot's trying to eat this steak, and he's like trying to pull back, and he's like, "Oh, I got a big one!" And then they find out it's Bigfoot, and of course Pete up and leaves him. He deserts him. Hey, Zach. Hey, welcome in. Good to have you here. And then they have to get in their car to basically save themselves, while the whole time Bigfoot is out there eating their food,
just wrecking
taking
everything.
a nap, doing all kinds of stuff. And then he puts on the headphones. And he turns on the music. That's the best part. He's there, and he's playing the Staying Alive. And he starts going.
He was a Bee Gees fan, let's be honest.
He was a
fanboy.
And then he starts dancing a little bit, and then they pan back to the car, and it's a front view of Max and Goofy. And in the back, behind it, you see him going by going, dancing to the music. I was laughing so hard. Oh, I guess you had to be there. But it's really funny. You got to watch it. I know, right? Oh, my gosh. It was so funny. It's just hilarious. And then, of course, we're like, he falls asleep on top of the car. So Max and Goofy are like, I guess we're sleeping here tonight.
What are we doing?
And they do. Oh, my gosh. And I'll let you kind of take it from there where Goofy kind of hits a fork in the road with his son. We're going to get to the real literal fork in the road in a little bit. But during the trip now, he's like, you know what? Because Goofy was the navigator. He's like, I got the map. Nobody touches the map. I'm the one. But what does he do, Dan? To kind of.
Well, I do want to say before I get to that little bit that there was some creepy parts to this movie. I want to rewind to the right at the start where Max was dreaming about turning himself into Goofy, which was a really weird transformation. But then this scene was, so what happens is they are following, obviously Goofy's got a map that he wanted to follow with Max like he did with his father. Like he wanted to do all the same trips, all the same stuff. So what Max finds the map in the glove box of the car, and he finds a pencil. And what he's going to do, he's going to rub out Utah for fishing and circle LA because that's the directions. And like this is like the most tense scene I've seen in a movie in such a long time, because while he's drawing, sweating a pencil like line towards LA, you just see like Goofy, a close up of Goofy, like as if he was about to wake up, and he's just like, and it's just like, and then he's just like, and then he wakes up, you know, like you're half asleep and you think of a question that's just completely random. He goes like, how many miles is it to the moon? And then Max is like, 3.5, and he goes, oh.
Exactly.
Just no, like it's just weird, funny, like. So then what happens is that the next morning, obviously Max is sweating. He's scared that his dad will find the map. But don't worry, because Goofy says, you are now our navigator. It's all you. You do it. So Max is like, great, all good.
Well, Goofy's trusting him. He's like, you know what? I trust you. You be the navigator. You tell me where to go. That's where we're going. And of course, Max is like, Dan's right. He's like, great, I can finally lead us to LA, and he'll never know the wiser. And that's what they kind of do. They kind of go out. This is a fun part of the movie where they kind of do things Goofy wants to do, and then they kind of do things Max wants to do. Like Goofy wants to go to this a yarn museum or something? I forgot what it was. And then Max wanted to go to a theme park, and they're riding on a roller coaster.
Then they're eating nachos and stuff.
Yeah, and it was really a cool scene where they're doing things that each one of them wants to do to make it enjoyable for both of them. Kind of a bonding thing for sure. And the whole time, Max is still leading him, to where he wants to go. And then, of course, they stop at a hotel, and again, they meet up with Pete and his son. Now, Pete's son and Max are best friends. They get along swimmingly. They love each other. They're like best friends. Pete is Pete, and he, again, says to Goofy, what's going on with you and your son? Because Pete overheard Max telling Lester, the son, that, hey, I kind of forged the map.
I think his son's PJ.
Oh, PJ. I'm sorry. Yeah, right. Yeah. PJ, right. He says to PJ, I kind of forged the map. My dad doesn't know it. We're on our way to LA, so I can hopefully get this taken care of. And then Pete, making Ross welcome in.
Hey.
Because, of course, he wants Goofy to have a terrible relationship with his son, kind of like his relationship with PJ is. He says to him, you know what? I think your son's duping you. He's leading you down the wrong path. He's not taking you to Utah. He's taking you somewhere else. Goofy doesn't want to believe it. He says, no, Max wouldn't do that. He says, no, Max wouldn't do that. I trust him wholeheartedly. And Pete's like, look at the map. I'm telling you, he's duping you. And Pete's actually telling the truth, but he's throwing Max under the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really is. And what happens? Goofy kind of has this struggle, doesn't he?
So Goofy is like kind of does he trust Max, or does he actually look at the map? So what happens is the next morning, Max and Goofy get in the car, and they literally get to what we said, the fork in the road. Do they go left to LA, right to Utah? And obviously, it's obvious because Goofy wants Max to choose Utah and not, think of his father, not going to LA for selfish reasons.
Because Goofy did look at the map. He did ultimately look at it and did see that he did change it. But he was hoping that Max would make the right choice.
And Max doesn't. He says, go left, go into LA.
Right.
And Goofy ain't happy.
No,
he's not happy.
It's one of the only really times you ever see Goofy mad. I mean, he's mad. And he won't talk to him, this, that, and the other. And they're driving along, and of course Max is trying. Hey, Dad, you want to do this? You want to do that?
You want to play a game?
Yeah.
Walt Disney. Oh, you're right again.
Yes, he kind of does have a dramatic moment in the film. But so they're there, and then they finally, Goofy lets it out. Look, I know what you're doing. You're trying to make a fool out of me. I can't trust you. Blah blah blah. And they get into this major fight, and the car, of course, typical Goofy, lose control of the car. The car goes off the side of the road, goes into the water, and somehow miraculously floats.
It still works.
It's a flotation device. Who knew? And the whole time they're arguing until finally they get it all out. They lay it all. They lay their cards on the table and how they both feel, and they kind of make up, and they kind of talk about different things. Would you agree?
Yeah. Oh, exactly. They let each other know. Goofy's now obviously understanding that, all he wants to do is do it for Roxanne. And, he really does care about her. And Goofy's like, yeah, I guess so. But, he says, I want to spend that time with my son. Hmm. So.
And he also wants him to be honest with him.
Yeah.
Be honest with me. Be honest.
No need to lie.
Right. No need to lie.
So the car is ruined. Let's be honest here. The car does not work after being dumped in the river. But in a Goofy universe, there's another form of transportation. And it's called teleportation. And in a Goofy world, you can literally teleport to anywhere, even to the backstage of the biggest super. It's like going backstage and seeing, I don't know, Ed Sheeran or any of these big celebrities, Justin Bieber, with there's no security, there's no one there. Like, be like, oh yeah, who are you meant to be? Like, what are you doing here? What are your credentials? No, you just show up. You could just say, hey, yeah, I'm just here to see Powerline. I'm just gonna go backstage and see him. So they end up backstage at Powerline somehow.
And he's right, but let me take a step back from him, because when they're in this river, they come up to his point, because this is actually a pivotal moment where they're coming up to a waterfall. They're going to go over the edge.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to go over the edge of a waterfall, and Goofy gets out, and Max is still in the car, and Goofy tries to save Max, and he throws the cast to get him, and then somehow Goofy falls in, and Goofy's going over the edge of the waterfall. And Max, who didn't want to learn how to do the perfect cast, remember, he didn't want to fish in the first place, actually was listening to his dad, and he kind of goes through, do this, do that, throw it back, and he throws the cast down, and he saves his dad. He does. He saves him.
Yeah.
He saves Goofy from falling over the waterfall, and he saves him. And then when they finally do land, Goofy's like, you know what? He says to him, let's get you to L.A. to the Powerline concert. And he does. And then that's where Dan's right. All of a sudden, the next scene, here comes Max and Goofy out of the equipment. Max comes out of the drum case, and Goofy comes out of the big, what's that thing that stands? I don't know what it is.
Double bass, cello.
Yeah, whatever. Right.
Yeah.
And there they are. They're magically backstage at the Powerline concert. Look, it's a Goofy movie. What do you? I don't really think they had to explain that.
No,
right.
And then,
I mean, it's not pivotal how they got there, but they are there.
Look, and that's the thing. Everyone was watching it on TV. Roxanne was watching it on TV. She's waiting for Max to be on TV. And then obviously Goofy gets into some Goofy. Literally the last part of this movie is Goofy being Goofy. He's just messing stuff up. He ends up on stage. He does the perfect cast on stage, which Powerline copies. And then Max...
That's a dance move. He thinks it's a dance move, but it's actually...
It's not. And then Max ends up on stage, and then they do a little bit of a number to Eye. And then Roxanne's just like, oh, he actually did make it on stage. I don't know how we did that. I don't know how we got Powerline to do it. Oh my God, this is the most amazing thing. So yeah.
Yeah, and then they come back. And that's it, really. I mean, that's kind of the gist of it.
Well, yeah, and then and then obviously Max goes back to Roxanne's house and saying like, "Oh yeah, my dad is not, into Powerline. Like he doesn't know Powerline. He's not best friends with Powerline. I just did it just so that I can, because of her. Yeah. And then Goofy ends up crashing into Roxanne's roof, and then Goofy is introduced to Roxanne. And
Max
that's how the movie ends.
His father to Roxanne and goes, and I actually really like that. I think that's a cool little thing. He goes, Roxanne, this is my dad, Goofy. And he goes, pleasure to meet you.
I do like the fact that, he was so embarrassed by Max doing the whole Goofy thing. Right. And
she loves it.
Roxanne's like, hey, that's actually, it's cute. And he's like, oh, really? You sure? All right, I'll do it more.
Right. Candy thinks right. Her dad did show up again at the door again, and of course he's all mean. And then he looks through the postal peephole where they put the mail in. He was funny for his little part. Gary Spikes, welcome in. I cried watching this movie in theaters as a kid. That's awesome. Yeah. Look. I think it's time that we give our review of what we think of this. And Dan's going to go first. So here's how we do this. And that was basically your 1995 A Goofy movie. The first time we get to see a full feature length of the goof. And now we come to the point where we're going to give our grade. And this is how we do it here. We do letter grades. Everything from an A+ down to an F.
By the way, last week was the first time both Walt and I gave an F at the same movie.
Yes.
And if you missed it, because I know a lot of you who aren't subscribed to me probably missed last week. Yes. That's because it's on my channel. And if you want to come and see all the reviews we've done, I've got a playlist on my channel. So come check it out. This is like our 36th review. So
season 1 and season 2.
Yeah. Yep. So if you missed any of our reviews, I've got the whole playlist on my channel. And so feel free to come and check them out.
And please do, guys, be sure to check out Dan's channel. Again, Dan's a former cast member. He's fantastic. I highly recommend him. You'll love his content. Dan's amazing. I got to say hi to Cynthia Candy Mom. Welcome in our first member. There she is. I'm glad you're here.
So
All
it's
right,
6.
Daniel, so
by the way, she says I thought it started at 7. I'm just saying it's been 6 every week.
every week.
Every week. Love you.
Oh my God. So Daniel's going to give his review of the movie, and then he's going to tell us either his favorite scene and favorite character, or both, and then your letter grade. Go ahead, young man.
Yeah, so a Goofy movie. So I've actually seen this movie before, so I was really sort of excited when I pulled this out of the box for this week. Really, really excited. I really enjoy this movie. This perhaps is one of the funniest Disney films that I think Disney have ever made, just because it's just such a easy way to tell a funny but good story. There's good morals in the story with, not lying, being close to your father, and talking about being selfish and selfless.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really enjoyed the flow of this film. It's only about an hour and 24 minutes. It's really not a long film at all. And I really did love it. My favorite scene from the film, it's quite a hard one. Probably anything with Bobby in it, because I really like Bobby, just the chilled out, leaning tower of cheese guy. But my favorite character has to be Goofy, for sure. I really love Goofy in this, being that though I'm not a dad, I love my dad jokes, and so does this guy. But I love my dad jokes, and he's literally just a dad joke machine. So that's why I really love Goofy. The music in this film, I think, is so good. I really genuinely think the music in this is so much better than so many of the other what they call Disney classic movies. This isn't a Disney classic movie. This is just a movie that just was almost like a straight to DVD film, but it's not. But so the music in this, Eye to Eye, Stand Out, On the Road, I still think is a really funny song. I really do enjoy this film. It does have faults, but I think it was good for its time. I think it was good as a whole. So I'm gonna give this grade to a Goofy movie a B+.
Very good. Very, very good. B+. Now, before we go any further, everybody in the chat, I want you to give your letter grades as well. Please do. We're going to read them off in a minute here. If you've seen this, you have a letter grade, give us your letter grade in the chat. We're going to go over everybody's in a second in the chat. You can give us a letter grade and why you give the letter grade, or just a letter grade, whatever you want. And we're going to go over all them in just a minute here. So start putting your letter grades in the chat as well, so we can go over those. For me, I really enjoyed this film. I love the music as well. I love the characters in this. I love the story they told. As a dad, I can connect wholeheartedly with this film. I think it's so funny, hilarious at times. I agree with you. I really like the songs. The songs are catchy, very apropos to the scene that they're doing. On the Open Road's my favorite. It was hilarious. I think they're absolutely amazing. I love this film. I thought it was so funny. Cynthia Candy Mom, thank you for that. $1.99 super chat. Goofy is number one. Yes, he is. I agree. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Candy Mom.
That's very nice. Thank you, dear. I really enjoyed this. The animation's fun. The story, the characters. There's some cameos are in there. Like you said, there's some nods to Disney in there. It's fantastic. My favorite scene has got to be the Bigfoot scene. When he's dancing to the Bee Gees. I just thought it was hilarious. I love it. I thought it was so much fun. And I agree with you. My favorite character has to be Goofy. It's his film. Max is there, but it's really Goofy's
It's
film.
all about Goofy.
It's about Goofy. It really, really is. And he's fantastic in it. And for me, we are on the same page, Daniel. I also give it a B+.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. We usually don't match. We really don't. We're usually not too far off, him and I. But this is 2 weeks in a row. We've nailed it for both of us. But so there you go. That's our letter grades. Let's get into everybody else's letter grades, Dan. I'm going to let you take it. We're going to start with
Noah. This is where I come in. This is always my job. So Noah says, I agree with B+. Melissa says B+ for me too. Gary Spikes B+ is fair. I'd say an A-. Awesome. Hypersonic says A. Alex Connect says grade A. Relevant theme, good story arc, deeper character development, even though Goofy's been around a while. Fun film, I enjoyed it. That's very fair. A- from Firefly and Mouse. I'm probably a little blinded by nostalgia goggles, but it's only gotten better with age. I totally agree. Candyman gives it an A. Jonathan Chong gives it a B+. Let's see, down a bit. Amy, Candy Tink says A because I love the father and son relationship and the whole tower the whole Tower of Cheese and Bobby was funny. Melissa says I agree. I actually like the extremely goofy movie a little bit better.
We might get to that.
We might get to that. ABM says B. I really enjoyed it. Hyperstar says, I really wish there was a Goofy movie too. I wanted to see more scenes with Max and Roxanne together. Then go watch Extreme Goofy movie 2. Super Disney Fan gives it an A-. Trey Houston gives it an A. And G. Wilson gives it a solid B.
So there you go, folks. Look, we're all on the same page here. Everybody, nothing less than a B. Everybody was a B or higher.
Good movie.
It really is. It's a fun movie. If you are a Goofy fan, you're going to love this. This is heaven for you. I love it. He's my favorite Disney character, is Goofy for me. I love it. I thought it was great.
Had you seen it before?
This again.
Had you seen it before?
I had one other time, but I don't remember it. I think I watched it when the kids were little, but I was half paying attention, not. So for me, it was the first time I really fully watched.
Right.
And I'm so glad we pulled it because it was fantastic. Fantastic, for sure.
And
so there you go, gang. We are come to that time. First and foremost, let's go over a couple things. We have come to the time where we're about to do the poll for our next Disney movie review. Now, next week, the review is going to be on Dan's channel. So if you'd like to come back and see our next Disney movie review, please go out to Dan's channel, subscribe to his channel, put your bell notification on. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Dan's great. Former cast member, loves Disney. He's a very good friend. He's a brother to us. We love him, and I'm telling you, you would love it. Dan's channel's name, Amy, thank you for asking, is Disney Dan.
D-I-Z-N-E-Y. I'll say hi in the chat. Hi, it's me.
Let me turn that off there.
There you go. That's me.
That's Dan right there. Disney Dan, everybody. Be sure to check him out.
There you go. Jonathan Chung's put my link in the chat. Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan. That was going to be the next thing I was going to say is if one of my mods could put his link in the chat, I would appreciate it.
Jonathan's on it.
Thank you, Gary.
Gary, thank you. Appreciate it.
That.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Timothy says he watched Darby O'Gill and the Little People today. It was enjoyable. Good for you. That's
Hopefully
awesome.
you didn't get freaked out by the wraith scene at the end. Was it not the Banshee? The Banshee.
You better like it or I'll call the come hither on you.
Can I just say, by the time we get through all of these, our movie knowledge is going to be far superior than anyone else's.
It's going to be off the charts, Daniel. You got it right, man.
Oh, man. Right. But on that note, I think it's time.
Oh, Lord. I'm nervous.
Now, we haven't done a Marvel or Star Wars or Muppet film for a while. We haven't done a Muppet film at all. By the way, just to let everyone know, over the next coming weeks, on the weekend of Halloween, we're going to do a Halloween special. So I'm going to pick out all the Halloween films. And yes, the new Muppet Haunted Mansion thing is now in here, as well as Black Widow has been put in the box as well. So obviously when Disney releases things, it goes in. Right, so here we go. Drum
and TV
roll,
shows
please.
we don't do. These are
we don't do TV shows.
Movie review.
We don't have time.
Right.
Though there are TVs in here which I need to take out. But I'm not going to go through each one. Here we go. Let's go with this one today.
Oh, Lord.
Here we go. On my channel, next week is...
Hey, Will.
We are staying animated.
Really?
We are.
Okay.
We are watching, I think probably around the same time period, actually, 1995.
Oh, Lord.
We are watching a Disney animated classic, considered a Disney animated classic, The Brother Bear.
I've never seen it.
Neither have I.
I've never seen Brother Bear.
Brother Bear is our next movie.
Isn't that Michael J. Fox?
I think it is.
Right? I think it is.
Great.
Brother Bear. I've never seen it. It'll be a
There we go.
first.
Brother
How about
Bear
that?
next week on my channel.
Yep. So there you go, gang. Thank you all for joining us this week. Again, don't forget to check out Dean over at The Live Place, theliveplace.com for family-friendly streams. If you're looking for streamers, that's the place to go. I want to say thank you again to our members. Thank you for our newest member. That's fantastic. Please send us your information. We'd love to get you out. Oh, that's right. It was Pixar Shark, just changing their name. But thank you for that. We appreciate it. Thank you to my mods for everything you do to keep it family-friendly. Let's go over what's coming up scheduling-wise for you, Dan. Anything coming up?
So my main show, Disney Fiasco, is Saturdays at 7 p.m. Now, I don't necessarily do them every weekend, considering if people don't know, I've moved to a new location, and it's just so crazy at the moment with everything going on. So Disney Fiasco, sometimes I do 7 p.m. on a Saturday. Sometimes I push it another week. And then Disney Movie Review, Sunday, 6 p.m. That always will be a thing. It'll always be here. So that'll be then. Trying to get some vlogs and stuff going. It's just been so crazy. It's just been mental. So, but please come join us for Disney Fiasco. It's my main show. And then obviously Disney Movie Review on Sundays at 6 p.m.
Yep. Jonathan just put in his, Jonathan and Cynthia put the link to Dan's channel.
Thank you, guys.
Go out there and check
it really
it out.
means a lot. Thank you.
England, Portugal. What's up, Will? Good to see you, buddy. I don't know if I said hi, but just in case, I want to make sure I say hi. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you again. As for us, Tuesday night, we have a special stream for Disanity. Marc Younger, our realtor, is back. We're going to be talking about moving into the Orlando, Florida area again. So if you missed the last time we did that 3-part series, it's going to be a 2-part series starting this Tuesday night at 8 p.m. for Disanity. Marc will be here. He'll talk about buying a house in the area, or if you were looking for an investment property. Be sure to check it out. It's going to be fantastic. We love it. And next weekend, we'll be live from the parks. Friday, I think we're going to be at Epcot. Saturday, it'll be back to a day stream. Saturday morning, we will be at Magic Kingdom. And then we'll see about Sunday. We may do a Sunday stream as well.
Did you see what Candy Mom just put in the chat?
No, what's she put?
She put subscribe to Dan, so he's trying to buy sleep. They don't fit.
Woo, look at Daniel showing his muscles. Yeah, boy. That's what I'm talking about.
The thing is, I'm a proud member of the Strive to Do Better Cody Club. Hey,
Chris Mora, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you, Andrea. I appreciate it. So yeah, tune in. Well, Steve, tune in Tuesday. It's gonna be a very educational 2-part series.
Funducational.
Yes, funducational for sure.
There you go.
Everybody, thank you all for joining us. Members, we love you. Subscribers, we love you. You're all amazing. Check out Dan's channel, Steve's channel as well, our other partner channel. Until next weekend, when Dan and I are back for the good of all Cree.
For the good of all Cree.
Take care of yourselves and each other, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bye. Bye. Woo!